Hey guys, I'm back, and today I'm going to talk about a topic that was brought up to me about Clint Dempsey nearing Landon Donovan's all-time scoring record for the U.S. men's national team. And the question was, is Clint Dempsey always going to live in the shadow of Landon Donovan, or is Clint Dempsey going to be able to surpass Donovan's legendary career and become the all-time greatest American player in history? And Clint Dempsey is 9 goals away now from equaling Landon Donovan's scoring record of 57 goals in 157 appearances. Clint Dempsey has right now 48 goals in 119 appearances. That's 38 less games than Landon Donovan. I think that he is definitely going to break the record. If he scores one goal every 2 or 3 games, he's going to break it in less appearances than Donovan, in less games than Donovan did it in. But when it comes to Landon Donovan, he wasn't just a goal scorer. Landon Donovan was an assister. Landon Donovan is the first American player to break the 50-50 mark of 50 goals, 50 assists. And Clint Dempsey, he assists also, but not at the rate that Landon Donovan used to do it. Landon Donovan was also a creator, and he disrupted defenses. Clint Dempsey is more of a just a striker, just a scorer. And he probably is a better scorer than Landon Donovan. I mean, Clint Dempsey scores beautifully. He has such class to finish penalties, to finish goals. It's class. It's pure class. And something that Clint has in his favor is that he actually went over to Europe and had success. He was a solid starter for Fulham, for Tottenham. He had 218 appearances in the Premier League, and that's quite a lot when you think of it. He scored 57 goals in the Premier League, which is not bad at all. And he scored, those were his prime years. Like, that was the prime of his career. The prime of his career was spent in the Premier League. Landon Donovan did not have the same success in Europe, in Germany, for Leverkusen, for Bayern Munich. Barely appeared. For Everton, he played well, but didn't score much at all. But if you look at Landon Donovan's numbers in the MLS, they are amazing. He is the leader. He holds the records for goals and assists in Major League Soccer. 144 goals and 136 assists in Major League Soccer. And that's missing, like, I don't know, probably about 5 seasons that he went over to Europe. I'm not sure about that. That's 144 goals in Major League Soccer. If you add the goals that Clint Dempsey scored, 48 in Major League Soccer and 57 in the Premier League, it's 105. It's a lot less than 144 goals that Donovan scored in MLS. But the Premier League is definitely more competitive, a higher level of competition. So, but do I think Clint Dempsey is going to supersede Landon Donovan in terms of legend, in terms of being the all-time best American player? He is going to beat the scoring record. He is going to hold it at one point, but I don't think that's going to happen. Landon Donovan, for now, is going to be the all-time best American player. My reasons are that that Landon Donovan's he scored in many important moments for the U.S. He was so clutch. He was more than a scorer. He was a creator, like I said before, and he disrupted defenses. It was more than scoring with him. He was a player on the field, the first player ever that the U.S. had that was a real weapon that opposing defenses worried about, that they scouted him because he presented problems. Probably the first ever in U.S. soccer history, and that's just legendary. I can remember clearly the goal he scored against Algeria in the World Cup group stage, in the 90th minute, ending and sending the U.S. to the round of 16. The U.S. was able to advance because of that goal. The celebrations on YouTube were epic, and he was a national hero at that point. So Landon Donovan was just memorable in World Cups. He stepped up in big moments, and that's what great legendary players do. Clint Dempsey is a great scorer, a great player, but I really can't recall any moments like that from him. Maybe he'll make them now towards the end of his career. I don't know. He probably has about 4 years left. He'll probably play the next World Cup. But looking at his performance in last year's World Cup, I think he just scored one goal against Ghana, that early 29-second goal against Ghana. That was really good for the U.S., but you know, it's not as memorable as a clutch goal like the one Donovan scored in that World Cup, and other goals he scored against big opponents, against rivals like Mexico. Mexico hated him because he was good, and he caused them problems. Before him, Mexico just dominated the U.S. So that's my opinion, guys. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Peace.